So who was responsible for starting Holy Family Parish, and what was the reason?
Well, on March the 15th, we had confirmation down at Holy Trinity. I was an assistant there. And after the services, the Archbishop, Paul Schulte, got with Msgr Hamill, who was pastor there, and Msgr Jensen, who was the pastor of St. Mary's and also the dean of this area. And they told me to start giving a canvass and find out the people in this area out there so we can make the parish boundaries, which were enforced pretty strict at that time. And so we were fortunate we had in this area, when the parish boundaries were made, we had Ed Bedan as an architect, George Grable as supervisor for C.S. Miller Company Construction, and also for Bud Drake, who was designed everything for the electrical. No, that was plumbing and heating. And then Louis Bullitt was for the electrical. So they contributed all theirs to make plans. And so we had parish boundaries, and we organized the Marian Guild and the Men's Club and got the envelopes out, which I collected each Sunday from St. Mary's and Holy Trinity. And then that was really the beginning of the plans. And I remember I took the plans up to the Archbishop one time, and I told him what good men we had and how sacrifice they had made and all the things they had done. And it was suggested that we have a cost plus 10%. And the Archbishop laughed and he says, "Father, I'm glad to hear you have such wonderful people, but you get a definite price. And then if it comes under that, that'll be great." And then he was going for the name of the new parish. And he wanted my suggestion of 3 names. And so I made a list of Holy Family 1, Holy Family 2, Holy Family 3. And so he smiled and he says, "You don't give me much choice, so we'll name it Holy Family." And that was the beginning. So that was really the start. And then when we start the building and everything, Joe Binford, who's your panel, donated all the plywood back by the sanctuary. And then we had plain windows until a few years later when Miriam and Jim Thornton donated all the colored glass and everything. And then we had Merle Denny, when he started receiving his Social Security, put that in to pay for the organ. That was about $700, the first organ. And then we had Troy Burke, that's from St. Mary's, who was our choir director and played the organ and so forth. So that was really the beginning. And then I visited all the houses in the parish and blessed them and consecrated the family to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and I gave them a picture of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. That was really the beginning. And then our first Mass was on May the 30th, 1954. So that's where it really started the parish.